Finally Friday, and it's weather for Weather Geeks time, the matinee edition, the early afternoon edition, if you will. Today has turned out to be not a great day across the region, thanks to some showers, and temperatures struggling a little bit. Our forecast may be a little trouble here this afternoon if things don't get a little bit better. Let's talk about what I'm referring to here. Here's the radar as of about 2:05 p.m. Showers around the region, and these have been a little more persistent than I thought they would, and that's having an influence on our temperature. Our forecast high is 78 today. I have a hard time getting there at this rate. It's only 63 at the airport. The warm air is just to the south of these showers, though. Let me bring up the temperatures real quick here. We've got 77 down in New Philly. It's 70 over in Beaver Falls, 75 down towards the greater Pittsburgh airport. So the warm air is just to the south of the shower zone, but the shower zone still around. So yeah, temperatures are struggling a little bit here locally. The rain's pretty light. There's no thunder and lightning with this. There's not much of a threat for thunder and lightning for the rest of the afternoon. Can't quite rule out a thunder shower this evening and into the overnight, but not looking at a lot of that kind of thing. It's actually interesting. The Storm Prediction Center has their marginal risk in this darker green into central Ohio. I'm not sure if it needs to come this far east or not. It doesn't reach our area, but even as far east as Mansfield and Columbus, I'm a little skeptical of any possibilities of severe weather that far east. But it's something that I suppose can't be ruled out. By far and away, the best chance for severe weather today out in the Plain States, no surprise, and down into parts of South Texas as well. Elsewhere on the weather map today, let me take off the satellites. We have a high pressure zone up to the north with chilly air up there. Here's our low pressure area in Colorado that's going to slowly, and I mean slowly, migrate east over the next few days, dragging a cold front east eventually by Monday. But until then, our weather is going to be pretty humid and unsettled. Now, dew points right now are really nothing to write home about here locally. Let me show you those dew points. We're still in the 50s as far as dew points here, but notice dew points are getting into the lower 60s in southwest Ohio, and the air is definitely more moisture laden to our west. This is what's coming east for the weekend. So tomorrow will be noticeably more humid than today. It's probably even more humid Sunday and into Monday. All right, so for the rest of the day today, a lot of people work outdoors and have outdoor plans at this time of the year, so let's try to plan this the best we can with our short-term model here. This is called the High Resolution Rapid Refresh. This is a model that actually updates every single hour, accounts for the current conditions, and tries to predict what the radar will look like going into time. Now, like any model, it has its good days and its bad. We don't take it verbatim because it's just a computer model. Our job as meteorologists is to look at these things and decide how right or wrong they might be. Anyway, here's the simulated radar at 5 p.m. this evening. Notice our steady rain is pushed into central PA, and we're left with spotty showers. I think we're going through the wettest part of the day right now, early this afternoon. I don't think it's going to be as wet late this afternoon and into this evening. Here's 7 p.m. Could be a shower in spots. Not going to guarantee, dry weather, but it's not going to be as common of a thing as it is right now as I'm recording this at about 2 p.m. So by 7 o'clock, some of us can get a shower, real small chance of a thunderstorm, and then later on this evening at about 10 o'clock, you'll see probably a similar idea here, spotty showers, outside chance for some thunder. So that's for the rest of the day today. Let's talk about our Saturday. Been advertising Saturday as the wetter half of the weekend, but I still don't think it's a rainy day per se. Here's the NAM model tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Could be a shower around. It doesn't look like it's going to be a real steady thing, but a shower in spots. And by midday tomorrow, as we hit the 11 o'clock hour and into noon, we're going to see the NAM probably showing real hit or miss showers around. There is the chance for thunder tomorrow. The atmosphere will be unstable with the warm and humid air. Here's the CAPE, convective available potential energy, fancy meteorological term. The NAM model here showing several hundred joules of CAPE, which means that there's enough instability in the atmosphere that we have to allow for the chance of thunder during the course of the day tomorrow. But again, it's not a washout. Here's the NAM model radar at 2 p.m. Whether it be graduations, graduation parties, maybe outdoor weddings at this time of the year, all sorts of things can happen on a Saturday in May. This model's not showing a whole lot. It may be a little underdone, but the bottom line I want to communicate to you for tomorrow is it can rain at just about any point, but it's not going to rain the whole day. A lot of the time when it does rain, it'll be pretty light, but there could also be a downpour and a rumble of thunder in spots. Even though the NAM's not showing much here at 2 p.m., I suspect there could be a shower or a thunderstorm in a few spots. And then finishing things up tomorrow early in the evening at 5 p.m. You get the idea. Spotty showers outside, maybe not outside, but moderate chance, I should say, for a thunderstorm tomorrow. Now, as we look ahead to Sunday, one thing I want to show you here is, instead of the blotchy green, which doesn't show you a whole lot, I want to show you why we think Sunday is a little bit drier than Saturday will be by showing you the flow and the spin in the atmosphere. We call it vorticity, up at about 18,000 feet. This is what we kind of look at in these sorts of situations. Here's tomorrow. The big picture here is we've got a ridge of high pressure down here. It's poking up north. But on the top of that ridge, kind of like little ripples on a pond, there's these little disturbances, and those are indicated by some of these green colors here that ripple along the top of that ridge. It's kind of like little, maybe fish going along the crests of a wave, bouncing up and down. And these little disturbances can cause some uplift in the atmosphere and cause some showers to form. This is tomorrow. As we go forward into time here, this may be a little hard to see, but basically Sunday, there's fewer of those little ripples or disturbances, and the ridge is a little bit stronger over us, and that will help protect us a little more. So Sunday, yes, there could be a spotty shower or storm, but I think the coverage is less than tomorrow. I think tomorrow is overall the wetter of the two weekend days. As we look ahead to Monday, let's bring up what you're used to seeing here, kind of the predicted radar product for Monday is the 18th, yeah. Let's look at Monday. I'm going to show you the GFS model here. Cold front's coming through this day, and this can be a day where we can have showers and some heavier storms. Severe weather not looking all that likely. I don't think the dynamics are necessarily there for severe weather, but there could be some real gully washers here and there on Monday. But once that clears out, middle of next week looks pretty quiet. High pressure is going to be up over the plain states, dragging in some cooler but drier air for midweek. And yes, even though this is May 19th we're looking at here, look at that snow up at the U.S.-Canadian border. Wednesday, probably fairly similar, probably a little below average temperature-wise, but dry and tranquil. And actually, most of next week, once we're done with Monday, is looking pretty quiet. All the way through the end of the week, that big sprawling high will continue to dominate. All right, real quickly, drought monitor. Now, we're in no danger of a drought here locally. We are running a little below average for the year in terms of rain, to the tune of about 1.14 inches below average. That's nothing real significant, but it's something that we have to watch. If it gets much worse, we could be talking about some abnormally dry conditions. Dry conditions indicated in yellow here, much of New England, much of the lower Great Lakes, but once you're into Ohio and western PA, we're close enough to average that it's not considered to be abnormally dry. And we can get a half an inch to an inch of rain here on average all the way through Monday as a total from now until Monday. So that'll help out our little deficit that we're running. Quick look at the longer range trends here. We're going to warm up, that's for sure, by the weekend and into Monday. We'll probably touch 80 or so. And then to cool down, like I said, for the middle of next week, there could be a morning or two where we're in the upper 30s to around 40. I don't think freezing is likely like we had yesterday morning. Next week's cool shot not quite as harsh as this week's. And then after that midweek cool shot, yeah, looks like we're right back into that summer pattern. So May is going to go into the record books certainly as a warmer than average month. Thank you for watching the Friday Weather for Weather Geeks. Look forward to seeing you tonight on 21 News at 6 and 11. There's no 6 o'clock news on Saturday, but if you tune in at 11, a new member of our weather team making her debut, Candace Monticelli. She is a recent graduate of Kent State. She's also enrolled at Mississippi State in their meteorology, broadcast meteorology program. We're excited to have Candace join our team, and she makes her debut on 21 News at 11 on Saturday night, and then she'll be on at 6 and 11 on Sunday. I'll post a link to her Facebook and Twitter this evening, but please welcome her to our ever-expanding weather team here on 21 News. Have a great weekend, everyone.